Good evening.
Hi, Julian.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, just gonna close the door. So
How
what'd
was
you do
your
today?
today? Well, I worked this morning, and then yesterday afternoon we were supposed to go over to my daughter-in-law's parents' home, but
Uh-huh.
because the forecast looked like it was going to be raining, it got postponed to today. So even though the weather was better yesterday, we left it at today. So that's what we did this afternoon. So
Uh-huh.
we haven't seen them since before COVID. So I
Oh
mean,
wow.
yeah, I mean we haven't even zoomed with them for anything. So, but my son and daughter-in-law we've
Yeah.
seen, but not.
So was Alon and his wife there?
Yes, yes, they were there.
Oh
So that
good.
was nice. And my mother-in-law came too. So it was nice. What'd you do yesterday for Thanksgiving?
I went to Sam's house
Okay.
and
Did
uh,
Robin come too?
watched the Redskins.
Yeah, that's that
Uh,
great.
Washington football team, excuse me.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's fantastic. I watched the end of that game. That was really good. I was rooting for them. Since the Eagles stink,
Yeah.
might as well. Why not root for Alex Smith? I mean, it's a great story. Comeback story, rebuilt
Yeah.
leg. He's great. So I think, yeah. I don't know. The Eagles play the Seahawks Monday night, even though they're
Monday
playing.
night,
Yeah, even though they're
prime time.
yeah prime time. Really, not worth it. But Um, it's the second time the Eagles are in prime time because they played the Giants. It might be even the third time they were at Thursday night game too. I forget who, but the Eagles. I don't know. Not giving them much hope of anything. I'll watch the game for a little bit, but I'm sure I'll be frustrated. So then the Washington football team will be alone in first place. Yep.
Nope.
Uh, uh, uh. She's doing Kiddush tonight.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, in memory of Moish. It's a year. It's a year this weekend on the secular
Yeah,
calendar.
right.
Yeah.
These in the
Hello, Lansky's. Shabbat
Hi,
Shalom.
Josh.
Shabbat.
Ah, you're muted now.
Okay.
Come on, Charlotte. We're rooting for you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Oh, you got it, Cheryl.
Hey.
Good.
I don't know. I do the same thing all the
I
time.
know.
I'm hitting exactly the same things.
I know.
There's only a few things to hit. Join with audio. You join.
Right. Listen, Charlotte, you got your Kiddush cup there? You ready for? Excellent.
I got
Good.
it ready.
Very good. And you practiced the other night with muting and unmuting, so yeah. So you know how to do that. Did you have Charlotte, how was your Thanksgiving yesterday?
It was very nice because
Okay, good.
we Zoomed, we had the whole family there. It worked out just beautifully.
Okay, good.
Just beautifully. I had everyone around me.
Okay, good. I'm sure it was very difficult.
Well, it was. It really was. It's the whole family, and
Right.
and it was just great having everyone there.
Good.
Let me just put it this way: just
That's
great
good.
having everyone there.
Yes, absolutely.
Time like that, you really need a lot of support.
Yes.
And I sure had it from the people that were there because they're all relatives
Right.
and all the children and grandchildren.
Good.
And I didn't have to watch them in asks either.
Right.
I saw their actual faces.
So was anybody in the house with you? Or were you in the house by yourself?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. My daughter Irene picked me up.
Oh.
And she took me to her house.
Okay.
My granddaughter was there.
Okay.
So
Good.
we ate in the driveway.
Right.
It was a very nice day, fortunately.
Yeah, it was. Right. Good weather.
They had prepared a big meal for us to have
Right.
together, the three of us.
Right.
Then my daughter took me home with a lot of care packages
Right.
for food that they had prepared.
Yeah.
And then they left me home. And at night, I was there by myself at 7
Okay.
o'clock when we all, Zoomed with the whole family.
Okay.
We Zoomed at 7 o'clock. And it worked out very nicely because I was able to be, with my daughter and my granddaughter, alone, and we could talk and what have you.
Right.
And we distanced.
Right.
And
Good.
did everything we're supposed to do.
Good. Hello, Al. Hey,
How you
Jules.
doing, Rabbi?
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Well, I'll tell you, Rabbi, initially, I had planned on asking my daughter to take me to the cemetery. And visit the cemetery.
Hi,
But when I mentioned it to Marvin Snyder, he didn't look like he was happy about me going to a cemetery in this time of this climate,
Oh.
So I can tell by his voice, it didn't sound like it's a good place to go.
No, if there's no body around, it's outside. There's nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly,
Yeah.
Anyway, he didn't, from his voice, it didn't sound that appealing. So I told my daughter and we canceled that. We'll go another time. So we'll go another time.
Okay. So Betty Ann, Shabbat Shalom. Audrey, Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Hi, Charlotte. How you doing?
Good, pretty good. How you doing?
Hanging in.
That's exactly what I mean. Hanging in. Take each day as it comes, and
Yep.
What is that? Is that
and
yours?
live with wonderful memories, right?
Right.
Hello?
I'll mute her. Yeah.
Really, the congregation really is a blessing. Having us all here together makes a big difference. It really does.
It helps. It certainly does.
It really does. And the programs that you've been doing through the synagogue have really been very nice.
Doing the best we can. Yeah. Al, what were you going to say?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Hey, you sound like all of us. You sound like me anyway.
Oh, I was gonna ask Audrey what she was drinking. I saw something.
Oh,
Oh, it's flavored water. I just put in the flavoring.
hi Mindy, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. How was your holiday?
Very nice, thanks. How about yours?
Good.
Zoom?
Small.
Yeah,
Just my
Yep.
daughter and my husband and I.
uh-huh.
Rabbi, your holiday could have been that good considering what the Redskins did.
I'm telling you, Jules, I'm rooting for the Washington football team now. I really am because of Alex Smith. Alex Smith, it's a great story. A person whose leg was totally reconstructed, coming back to start again and to win. It's really a feel-good story. And
Yeah.
the coach too, going through cancer treatments and recovering from that, leading the team. I mean, the great stories there. And the Eagles, I'm the first to tell you when the Eagles stink, and I'm the first to tell you when the Eagles are good. So the Eagles stink. So
You gotta be careful on recording this.
yeah, it is. You see up top, it's live on YouTube.
Oh, that's cute.
Layman says the Eagles stink.
They won't let you back in Philly.
I know. Well, but I'm telling you, people in Philly would be the first to. They're the first to boo the team right there in the stadium. So
Does your
they-
father
they're-
know what you're saying?
what?
Does your father know what you're saying?
Yeah, he knows. He knows. And he agrees too. The Eagles stink this year.
They are just Philly fans are unreal in
Oh,
all
they are.
sports.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Supportive.
Yeah, supportive, but no. They're very passionate and they're very
Did the Steelers
short-tempered.
win yesterday?
Nora, Bill, Shabbat
Where
Shalom.
are they playing? Oh, Sunday.
Hi, Bill.
The Eagles are playing Monday night.
Who are they playing?
They're playing the Seattle Seahawks Monday night. It's not worth the prime time slot. Because the Seahawks aren't very good this year either. They're a little
Well,
bit
they
better
used to
than
be.
Eagles. Jackie, Shabbat, and Danny, Shabbat Shalom. Paul,
Shalom.
Fran,
Oh, there they
Dennis.
are.
Oh, getting a full house.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Fran,
What's everyone doing?
Good, good.
Everybody have a nice Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it was different, but yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very different.
We call it gastronomic Zoomism.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
What
was
will we
very
do without
quiet.
Zoom? What would we do without Zoom? We
We're
wouldn't see
very
any of your
lovely.
faces.
That's right. It'd be very hard to survive this pandemic without Zoom.
Yes.
yes.
What
Yes.
did they do in the old days when they,
I
Yeah.
know the Spanish flu. 100 years ago?
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm sure a lot of people got depression and
Yeah,
caused issues.
Probably. You're
yeah.
right. Probably that's what happened.
They had the
My
telephone.
auntie said that when they were in kindergarten and second grade during
Yeah.
the Spanish flu,
Huh.
and their classes were held outdoors under tents.
Well,
And
Wow.
they were
Huh.
just open-sided tents, and
Right.
everybody wore their coats and their gloves, and
well,
they went to school, but they only went to school for half a day because it was too
Uh-huh.
cold.
uh-huh.
But they
Interesting.
didn't have masks back then?
Oh, no, they wore masks too. They
Okay.
wore the white cotton mask that all the nurses had.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Becky showed me how to do it.
But I have a
Yeah.
picture somewhere from the Rhode Island public school system where they went to school,
Huh.
and they just showed the children out in the schoolyard under tents.
Well. Yeah.
Montgomery General Hospital was set up in.
It was the first year that they were set up. They were just set up at that year.
Yes.
Huh.
That's the reason why they started with the pandemic, is what started with the picnic and bazaar,
Yep.
was to get supplies for the
Yep.
to the hospital.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Dr. Burke was urgent, and he set it up back then.
Huh.
And that's why the bazaar was only supposed to be for 100 years. And they never had a break from it. It took another pandemic to stop it.
Wow.
Wow.
Took the pandemic to break a 113-year streak of University of Minnesota football team playing the University of Wisconsin football team.
Wow.
That was canceled. That was canceled this year.
Yeah, Maryland's 108th game against Johns Hopkins in lacrosse was canceled this year
Oh, wow.
Huh.
for the same reason.
Yeah, yeah. All right, folks, it's 6 o'clock and Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Let me, I'm gonna mute everyone. And we're just schmoozing about our Thanksgivings, about the pandemic. What else is there to schmooze about, right? And also how terrible the Eagles are. So with that, I announce pages from 2 Sidurim and the Shabbat. Sim Shalom, we're on page 13. In the Sidur Lev Shalem, we're on page 5. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Ashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, malachei ashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitkhem l'shalom, malachei ashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. 15 in Sim Shalom, 11 in Lev Shalem. Lechu neranana l'Adonai, nariya l'tzur yishenu. Nekad mafana betoda bizmira nariya lo, ki el gadol ananu gadol, shevi v'mecher al-gres. Ki hu Eloheinu nachnu amartos v'yadom v'kol shalom. Arba'im shana kut b'dor v'amaram to'ei levavheim v'heim lo yadu derachai asher nishbati ve'api im yivavun el menuchati. Shiru l'Adonai shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai baruch shemo, basru miyom leyom yeshuato, sapru vagoyim kevodo bechol ha'amim nifleotav, ki gadol Adonai. Umehulal me'od, norahu, al kol Elohim, ay, ki kol Elohei, ha'amim elilim va'adonai shamayim asa, hod ve'hadar lefanav, oz ve'tiferet be'mikdasho, havu l'Adonai mishpachot amim, havu l'Adonai kavod v'oz, havu l'Adonai kevod shemo, se'u mincha, uva'u lechatzrotav, yishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh, Chilu mipanav kol haaretz, imru vagoyim, Adonai malach, Aftikon tevel bal timot, Yadin amim b'mei sharim, Yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz, Yiramayam, Umlo, Yalo Sadai, V'chol asher bo, ay, az Yiranenu, Kol Atzeyar, Lifnei Adonai Kiva, Lishpot Haaretz, Yishpot Tevel Betzedek, Ve'amim Be'emunato, Lalai, 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 Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Adonai Malach Tagel Haaretz. We're on page 17 in the blue Sim Shalom, or 15 and 16 in the Lev Shalem. Yevoshu cholav lefasel, hamitalim b'dilim. Oh, have Adonai sin ura, shomer nafshot chasidav, miad reshaim yatzileim, or zaru alat tzadik, ul yishrei lev simcha, simchu tzadikim b'Adonai, v'hodu lezecher kodsho, mizmor shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, Kini flaot asa, Hoshia lo yemino, Uzero akodsho, Hodia Adonai Yeshuato, Le'enei hagoyim gilat tzidkato, Zachar chasto ve'emunato, Leveit Yisrael ra'u, Cholav se'aretz, Et Yeshuat Eloheinu, Hariu l'Adonai kol haaretz, Pitzchu v'ranenu v'zameru, Zamru l'Adonai bechinor, bechinor v'kol zimra, B'chatzotzrot v'kol shofar, Hariu lifnei HaMelech Adonai, Yiram hayam umlo'o, Tevel v'yoshveva, Neharot imcha uchaf, Yachad harim yeranenu, Lifnei Adonai kiva, Kiva lishpot haaretz, Yishpot tevel b'tzedek, Ve'yamim b'mei sharim, Lalai, 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 La 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 Adonai Malach Yigazu Amim Yoshev Kruvim Tanu Taretz Yoshev Zion Adonai B'Tzion Gadol V'Ram V'Akom Moshe v'Aaron B'Chol Anav Shmo Korei Shmo Korei El Adonai V'Hu Yanei B'Moganan Dever Lehem Shemon Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. If we can, we rise in the blue Siddur, page 20, in the red Lev Shalem, page 21. Mizmor le David, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod va'os, Havul Adonai kevod shemo, Hishtachavul Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, El hakavod hirim, Adonai al Mayim Rabim, Kol Adonai Ba'koach, Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim, Vayeshaver Adonai Et Arzei Alvanon, Vayarkideim Kemo Egel, Levanon Vesirion, Kemo Ven Re'emim, Kol Adonai Chotzev Lavotesh, Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar, Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai Yecholel Ayalot, Vayechesof Ye'arod, Uvechalo Kulo Omer Kavod, Kulo Omer Kavod. Adonai Lamabul Yashav, Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam, Adonai Oz Le'amo Yitein, Adonai Yevarech et Amo Vashalom. May be seated. We continue with Lachadodi, pages 21 and 22 in the blue Shabbat Sim Shalom, or 23 to 25 in the Lev Shalem. Lechadodi likrakala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lechadodi likrakala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad hishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet ve'litila lechadodi likrakala penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshavat tchila lechadodi likrakala penei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melechir melucha kumitzei mitocha hafecha rav lach shevet v'yei mekabacha v'hu yachamo alayichem la lechadodi likrakala penei Shabbat nekabela. Hidna ari me'afar kumi livshi bigdei tifartecha mi al yad ben Yishai beit halach mi karva el nafshi ge'ala lechadodi likrakala penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitareri kiva orech Kulmi uri, shir daberi kevod Adonai, alayich nigla, lechadodi likrakala, pene Shabbat nekabela, lo tevoshi velo tikal mi matish tochachi, umatehemi bach yechesu, aniye ami venivneta, Hir altila lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela v'hayulim shisa shosayich v'rachaku kol mevalayich yasisalayich Elohayich kimsos chatan al kala lechadodi likrakala Pene Shabbat nekabela Yaminu smol tifrotzi v'yet Adonai taritzi al yadish ben partzi v'nishmecha v'nagila lechadodi likrakala Pene Shabbat nekabela Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvetzohala tochemune am segula boi chala lechadodi likrakala pene Shabbat nekabela. On to page 23 in the Sim Shalom, or 27 in the Lev Shalem. Mizmor shir, shir liyom ha-Shabbat. Mizmor shir, shir liyom ha-Shabbat. Tov lahodol Adonai, l'zamer l'shimcha yom hagi baboker chasecha v'mincha b'leilot. Alei gam b'china k'zvul v'lechamzeh. Tzadikat amar yifrach ke'erez balvanon yiskeh shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu Od yenuvon beseva teshenim verananim yiyu lehagid ki ashar Adonai tzuri velo avlatabo Adonai malach kulavesh lavesh Adonai os hilazot tekom tevel baltim modnichum. Eidotecha nemnu meod leveit chanav hakodesh Adonai leorech yamim la 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 Mourners and those observing Yartzeit rise for Kaddish, which in Sim Shalom is found on page 24, in Lev Shalem on page 30. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agala v'zman karivim ru amen, yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam ol me'ol maya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. So we have been looking at Pirkei Avot the last few weeks, and instead of the sources for study or the next couple of pages in the Siddur, we turn to the back. In the Shabbat Sim Shalom, we turn to page 257. In the Lev Shalem, we turn to page 235. And we're up to number 4. So it's the last one on the page, no matter which Siddur you're in, the last Mishnah on the page. Again, the context here is Pirkei Avot is 6 chapters of Mishnah. Mishnah is the rabbinic work edited 1800 years ago in the land of Israel. It's 6 volumes of rabbis interpreting the Torah to derive Jewish law. And in the midst of that is are these 6 chapters, which are not about law, but more about ethical and moral precepts which we should have as defining meaning in our lives. And the opening chapter presents statements in chronological order from the earliest rabbis to the rabbis of the generation of those who edited the Mishnah. So we're up to a pair of rabbis, Yossi ben Yoezer, this is number 4, Yossi ben Yoezer, Ish Tsereda, Yossi ben Yochanan, Ish Yerushalayim. So 2 rabbis by the name of Yossi, one son of Yoezer from the town of Tzreda, and one, the son of Yochanan from Jerusalem, received the tradition from those before them, which were Antigonus and Shimon HaTzadik. So now Yossi ben Yoezer, Yossi the son of Yoezer of Tzreda, said, so this was the famous statement associated with Yossi ben Yoezer, what should we do as a spiritual goal in life? What should be our spiritual goal? Yehi veitcha beit va'ad l'chachamim. May your home be a meeting place for sages or wise people. That in other words, your home should be a place where students come to study. Vehevei mitabek ba'afar raglehem. And it says here in the English, sit eagerly at their feet. Yeah, it doesn't get the sense of the Hebrew. The word avak is the word for dust. So mit avek, you should get yourself dusty from the dust of their legs. So in other words, in that time, we're talking 2,000 years ago or so, most people had dirt floors. So if they're sitting on the floor while the teacher is sitting in a chair, then there's the dirt of the floor. So you should be mixed in with their dirt, which is on their feet and is on your floor. You should get all not riled up, not kind of wrestling with them, but more like get really into it with them. Veheve shoteh b'tzama et divreihem, and you should drink thirstily their words. So Yossi ben Yoezer of Tzreda, this is what he's known for, what his statement is. This is what we should do. We should try to do. We should get involved in Torah study, make our homes a place for Torah study so that we can be engaged in it as well with the students. Any thoughts or comments about this before we continue in the service? You can feel free to unmute yourself if you have a thought or a comment about it. Seems pretty straightforward. We turn back then to page 27 in the Shabbat Sim Shalom. or page, just one second, page 38 in the Lev Shalem, and mourners and those observing Yartzeit rise for this special Kaddish de Rabbanan. Again, 27 in Sim Shalom, 38 in Lev Shalem. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayachon u'vyomechon u'v'chayedecho be'Yisrael, b'agala v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'me'ol maya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnasei, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal, shemei dekudesha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, ta'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanan v'al Tamidehon, v'al kol Tamidehon, v'al kol man de'oskin be'oraita, di v'atra hadein v'di v'chol atar v'atar. Yehei lahon ulachon shlomo rabba, china v'chista v'rachamin, v'chayin arichin u'mezona revicha, u'for kana min kadam mavuhon di v'shmaya v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya, v'chaim tovim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav, u'brachamav yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We all rise for Baruch Hu for the evening service, 28 in Sim Shalom, 39 in Lev Shalem. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. May be seated. Baruch at Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Shever Rav Navid Ravim B'Chachma Pater Sherim. Uma'avir yom u'mevi laila, uma'avdil ben yom u'ben laila, Adonai tzavot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamidim loch aleinu le'olam va'ed, baruch atah Adonai, hamari v'aravim, ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, excuse me, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, b'shachveinu u'vekumeinu, hasiach bechukecha. Excuse me. Dry throat all of a sudden. V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki heim chayenu ve'yorech yameinu ve'yorech yameinu uvahem negeh yomam v'alayla yomam v'alayla ve'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu li'olamim baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavecha, u'v'chol nafshecha, u'v'chol me'odecha, ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele. Asher anochi metzavecha hayom alevavecha veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam veshivtecha beveitecha uvelechtecha vaderech Uveshach bacha uvekumecha, Ukshartam leota yadecha, Vahayu letotafot beinenecha, Uchetavtam al mezuzot beitecha, Uvisharecha, Vehayam. Shemati Shemosataya Shem. Vayomer Adonai Moshe lemor daber v'nesham Adonai mizozei lo kanvei v'nei lo tam rozezi. Vayolchem zezi v'yitem pos v'adam v'yisrael v'sitim t'avotatu achele v'chem v'chem shalom. Shosei deitchem etzim shem l'chad Elohim. Adonai Elohechem emet v'emunah kol zot v'kayam aleinu k'Adonai Eloheinu v'ayin zoto. Umalchuta baratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe uMiriam uvnei Yisrael achanu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh nara tehilot osefele malchutcha ra'u vanecha Boker yam lifnei Moshe, Zeli anu v'yamru, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed, v'ne'emar kifad Adonai Yaakov ugalo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai kal Yisrael. Page 33 in Sim Shalom or 45 in Lev Shalem. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us, remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us, and you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Ushmor tzeiteinu v'oeinu, l'chaim u'l'shalom mi'ata v'yad olam, ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. If we can, we rise for Vishamru, 46 in Lev Shalem, 34 in Sim Shalom. V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asod et ha-Shabbat, l'dorotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim v'et haaretz uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah v'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yomechon Uv'chayedecho Beit Yisrael, Bagala, Bagala, Uvizman Kariv, V'meru, Amen. Yeshmei Rabba Mevorach, Le'olam lo me'omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei lekudesha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata tamiran be'alma v'meru. Amen. We read the Amida silently in Sim Shalom, pages 35 to 38, in Lev Shalem, 47 to 52. As we conclude our private prayers, we continue in Sim Shalom on page 47, in Lev Shalem, page 53. Vayachulu hashamayim va'aretz v'chol tzva'am, vayachal Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa, vayishpot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa, vayivarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i vayikadesh oto, ki vo shavad mikol melachto asher bara Elohim la'asot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Kodesh Shamayim v'Aretz Magen Avot Bidvaro Mechaye Metim B'Mamaro Ha'el HaKadosh she'ein kamo Hameniach le'amo B'yom Shabbat kodsho Kivam ratza lehaniach lahem Kivam ratza lehaniach lahem Lefanav navod b'yira v'fachad V'nodeh lishmo b'chol yom tamid Me'on habrachot El haodaot Adon hashalom Mekadesh hashabbat Mevarech shevi Umeniach bikdusha Le'amedu shnei oneg Zecher Lemase Bereshit. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Retzei v'Mnuchatenu Kadshenu b'mitzvotecha v'tein chelkeinu b'toratecha Sabenu mituvecha v'samchenu b'shuatecha v'taher libenu lo'avdecha be'emet v'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu b'yavav ratzon shabbat kodshecha v'yanuchu v'Yisrael mekadeshei shemecha Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-shabbat yitkadav yikadash shemei rabbah B'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechonu v'yamechonu v'chayerecho beit Yisrael Bagalavi zman kariv imeru, amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach, le'olam elo me'olmaya, yitbarach v'shabach, v'yipar v'tama v'naseh, v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal, shmei dekudesha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tishbachata v'nechamata, damiran b'alma v'imeru, amen. Tika Betzlahan Vadhan the Israel Kadam Avon Divishmaya Veimeru Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba Mit Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael Veimeru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimroma Fuyaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael Veimeru Amen. Charlotte Petoskey is going to lead us in Kiddush. Unmute yourself, Charlotte. And Charlotte is doing Kiddush in memory of Moish. It's 1 year this weekend, Thanksgiving weekend, 1 year ago that Moish suddenly passed away. And in his memory, Charlotte is going to lead us in Kiddush. We're on page 49 in Sim Shalom or 55 in Alev Shalom. Go ahead, Charlotte.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshonu b'mitzvotav v'rotzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho v'yavor rotzon, chilonu tzirchon l'maseh b'reishit, ki hum yom techila v'miprei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim. Kivanu v'atar v'yotanu kidashtar mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha v'yahava u'rotzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat.
Amen. Yasher Koach, Charlotte, and may Moishe's memory always be a source of blessing and comfort to you and to all of us.
Thank you.
And we continue with Aleinu on the next page. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon kol ha'tegedula le'otzer breshit shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot velo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam V'anachnu korim mishtachavim umadim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayis et haaretz v'shav gol shemadim ashat v'zav Eloi noten melech Alkeinu kabel chem Eloheinu. Ki hamalchut shelcha hi olam me'atim loch bechavod, kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'nemar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo Shemo Echad. 52 in Sim Shalom, 58 in Lev Shalem, Mourner's Kaddish. Yid Kadal, V'Yid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divrach, Yirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon V'Yomechon, V'chayei L'chol Beit Yisrael, B'agala V'Zman Karivim Ru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam Ol Me'olmaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imramav v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Couple of announcements before we conclude with Yigdal. Tomorrow morning, as usual, 9:30 here on Zoom or live streaming on YouTube. Tomorrow, Shabbat is over at 5:28, so we'll gather for evening service and Havdalah at 5:30 on Zoom. Tomorrow, during the service, Joel Friedman is celebrating the 50th anniversary of his bar mitzvah, so he'll be reading the portions that I had allotted from the Torah, from the Chumash, and he'll also chant the Haftarah in honor of his bar mitzvah anniversary. And two of his grandchildren are going to be doing Kiddush tomorrow as well in his honor. This coming week, a couple of things. We have the JTS Scholar Stream series continues. Part 3 of 4 is this Tuesday evening. Wednesday evening, Dr. Michael Sharnoff will be presenting a lecture right after our minyan on Wednesday evening, Israel, Jordan, and the Palestinians, the struggle for the West Bank. So that is something that we are sponsoring. That's right after minyan on Wednesday. Information about that is on the website. It's also in the Shabbat sheet. Hanukkah, we have the first Thursday of the month is December 3rd. So we have a coffee hour at 10 o'clock next Thursday morning. And everything else is on the Shabbat sheet. Why confuse everybody and just list things? Just look to the Shabbat sheet, look to the calendar on the shul website for Hanukkah programming that's coming up, and other adult ed opportunities that are coming up as well. And so we conclude with Yigdal on page 53 in the Sim Shalom, or 62 in Lev Shalem. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimtza v'yenei tel metziuto echad v'yen yachid keyichudo ne'lam v'gam ein sof le'achduto ein lo demut haguf v'yeno guf lo na'aroch elav kedushato kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra rishon v'yen reshit le'reshito Hino Adon Olam v'chol notzar yoreh gedulato u'malchuto shefa nevuato netano elan shesegulato v'tifarto lo kam b'Yisrael kamo she'od naviu ma'abid et tmunato Torah menatan le'amoel al yad nevi'o neman beito lo yachal Yifa'el ve'lo yamir dato le'olamim lezulato tzofeh v'yodea setarenu mabit l'sof davar bekadmato Gomel le'ish chesed kemifalo Noten l'rasha ra kerishato Yishlach leketz yamin meshichenu Lifdot mechake ketz yeshuato Meti mechayael berov chasto Baruch adei ad shem tilato Meti mechayael berov chasto Baruch adei ad shem tehilato. Shabbat shalom. You can unmute yourselves. I apologize for my dry throat there. Thanks to
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat
shalom, everyone.
Shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Nice to see everyone.
Yes, it
It
is.
is, it's great.
Likewise. Good to see everybody.
Nice to see everyone.
Look at Brian K there too.
Hope everybody had a good
Hello,
day.
Brian K.
Yeah. Hello, Stanley.
I mean, not Brian, I mean Mark.
Yeah,
Mark,
we wonder who you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
I
was
do that with
trying
my
to-
own
I was
boys.
trying to figure it out.
We mix up our boys.
Yes, I do that all the
Hi,
time.
Gary.
Dr. Horowitz joining us.
Judy, dear.
Hi, Howie.
Hello, good Shabbos.
Hi, Howie.
Hey,
Shabbos,
Shabbat
Howie.
shalom.
Travis. I see Betty
Got
Ann's
it.
name here. I don't see her picture. Can she hear me?
She can hear us.
Yeah, hi,
But
Betty
she's
Ann.
muted, yes, but Betty
That's
Ann
good.
is.
Hi, Betty Ann. I'm
Hi,
glad that
Sylvia.
you joined us.
Sylvia.
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 Is Sylvia there?
Sylvia's there, but she's muted.
Oh, hi, Sylvia.
Yeah.
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Betty Ann.
Hi, I didn't see.
Hello,
Good
Mike.
Shabbos, Debbie.
Hello,
Oh.
Shabbat Shalom.
Good job,
Shabbat
Ed.
shalom all. Shabbat shalom from Florida,
All the way from Florida.
Silver Spring.
We got people from all over. That's beautiful.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about flying all over the places or going in trains. That's safe,
We're driving
safe
at
and
night.
healthy.
Yeah.
See that?
Right.
Oh, wow. We shouldn't be so lucky like this.
Yeah, I'm hoping next time we won't be so lucky.
We shouldn't be so lucky. That's right.
Looking on the bright side of things.
All right. Shabbat
You have to look at the brightest
Shabbat
side of
shalom.
Bye,
Thank
Shalom.
you.
Bye,
Shabbat
shalom.
shalom.